So there is Giovis Salfra, 28 years of age, of Cuba, over in the red corner. His opponent is Nijat Hüseynov of Azerbaijan.
Round one.
So this is action in the men's 51 kilogram division between boxers from Cuba and Azerbaijan. The man wearing red is Giovis Salfra, part of a four-strong Cuban boxing team. I must confess, I thought the man was a teenager. Don't know if there's been an issue with documentation, but he's been listed as 28 years of age here. Just scores with a good right hand to the body. And the man wearing blue, who is seeking to establish his own range, is 22-year-old Nijat Hüseynov, part of an 11-strong Azerbaijan boxing team. He was an Olympian in Paris last summer, and 2 years ago he was a European under-23 gold medalist at 54 kilograms. That continental event taking place in Budva, Montenegro, making a seamless transition from the under-22 ranks the year before, where he took gold at 51 kilograms. The man I first saw from ringside as he takes a corkscrew left hand and another one at the 2021 World Youth Championships in Kielce, when he was competing at light flyweight. So as is the case with developing athletes, he scores with a good left hand against the Cuban boxer. Just continuing to mature, grow physically and in terms of skill, and this is a contest of high skill between two sharpshooters who are seeking to establish their distance just on the edge of range. Straight right cross to the body is a scoring shot for Giovis. Looking for his own right hand in response. Here's Hüseynov. Right hand to the body, the scoring shot, as both men look to unfurl backhands at the same time. Clipping left right, success once again for Hüseynov. So Salfra looking for the left right combination, and both men enjoying success to the body. Looking to work his way on and quick-footed raiding attacks. It's Salfra, and that's a wonderful right hand over the top from Salfra. Cleanest shot of the entire contest, and he scored with an altogether straight to right cross as Hüseynov was going in search of his get-back. So the right hand becoming an increasingly prominent weapon, but there's a corkscrew left in response from Hüseynov, and this an opening round of the highest quality here at 51 kilograms. Another right hand driven into the body, and each man really having to earn their opportunities behind thinking and feinting. What an opening round of skillful boxing. So what do you prefer in the opening 3 minutes? Because this man began to find a range with some really eye-catching right hands, but over in the other corner, Hüseynov was having his successes as well. It could well be a split. But the skill level on display here absolutely through the roof in this round of 32 encounter in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. Wonderful to behold. There was the right hand over the top, which was the most eye-catching shot of the entire round.
Seconds out. Round two.
So we move into the second round. Giovis Salfra, multiple national championship bronze medals, silver medalist in the Cologne Boxing Cup over in Germany in 2023. He took multi-nations gold in Kazakhstan that same year as he lands another right cross, then a flicking left jab. So again, working your way onto the podium in the CUB National Championships gets you ever closer to wearing that famous red singlet. Of course, in IBA international competition, you can be coming out of the blue corner, but the red vest, so synonymous with Cuban success since their entry onto the World Championship stage, since their inaugural event was staged in their country in Havana '74. They're the leading nation all time in men's World Boxing Championships. Just a four-man team present here as a left hook lands from Salfra. Remember, he was edged out in the first on a 3-2 split, but he's continuing to trust his counter-punching credentials, and they're in evidence wonderfully with a counter left jab. That's a scoring shot, looking to lure in Hüseynov. So the space of the ring being used beautifully. That's a low blow from Hüseynov, no complaint from Salfra. Solid left jab to the body from Salfra. Hüseynov not too far away with his attempted response as they launch simultaneously. And it's Salfra leading off here now. Counter left hook off the ropes. Hüseynov looked to strike back, but Salfra just able to glide away back to the space of the ring. Scores with a good 1-2 to the body. Straight punches beneath the left elbow of the man in blue. Both men incredibly relaxed and composed up in the boxing ring. And that's a surefire way to ensure that energy is used optimally, as another right cross lands to the ribcage from Salfra. Pecking shot during the trade-off from Hüseynov, who's just reddening appearing beneath that right eye. But Salfra, wonderful use of the left hand to crack it into the face of Hüseynov and get the better of that exchange. Right hand over the top, not too far away from Salfra once again. Wonderful, sticking and moving, gliding over the canvas. On balletic feet is Salfra. Just a hint of an Ali shuffle as he changed direction, but a good two-shot combination from Hüseynov. Right, left, but then look at the response it brings from Salfra. Lead left hand is a scoring shot from Hüseynov, who's coming on strong in the closing stages of the round. What a round of boxing. Well, Hüseynov pumping that right fist, suggesting that he feels he's done enough to take it. Remember, he edged the first on a 3-2 split. For what it's worth, from my position here ringside at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Center, I think the boxer in red did the better work, but again, Hüseynov was in it every second of the way. So which way is it going to go in that second stanza? Some of the action from round number 2. Right hand lead is an eye-catching shot from Salfra. And again, both boxers so composed up there in the ring. There's a right hand without reply once again. And there's no tell that the shot is coming. Everything is within rhythm and flow for Salfra. But Hüseynov remained committed to his task and never stopped his pursuit of the Cuban boxer. So these scores are going to be very interesting. I happen to think the man in red did enough to take it. And we've not been able to bring you the scores. So how do things stand with 3 minutes? Oh, what a shot! Well, it was a shot landed by Salfra, and then the legs tangled, and over he went to the canvas. Ruled a slip. But I think this contest is incredibly close and could well have come down to this final round. Look at that disruptive left jab, causing Hüseynov to swing and miss because Salfra had already ghosted away. There's a good left jab from Hüseynov. Counter jab twice in quick succession from Salfra. Wonderful lead left again, but then look at the response from Hüseynov to launch a long left hook to dislodge the mouthpiece of Salfra. So the scoring finesse of Salfra behind that long left jab contrasted with the long looping left hook which caught him to dislodge the gum shield. So you see the referee making that gesture, biting his fingers and thumb together. If that mouthpiece is dislodged on 2 more occasions, it could well result in a point deduction. On the resumption, Hüseynov scored with a good left hand, but there's a check left hand from Salfra. Keeping his man occupied with the lead left hand. Remember the jab, the rangefinder of the ring. He's just changing his posture now because, again, as he scores with another thrusting lead left. Oh, that is a beautiful counter punch off the back foot once again from Salfra. Launching in with the left hook, which landed around the shoulder, is Hüseynov, quickening his feet to try and cut off this dynamic figure in the red vest. Heads come together forcefully with Salfra pinned against the ropes. Hitting on the break from Salfra, neither man heeding the referee's command to stop. Exchange of jabs, with both men had success with a sneaky left hand on the inside from Salfra. Crossing his feet as he's coming forward is Hüseynov, and he's having successes. Salfra, as a back foot boxer, may have to push Hüseynov back on occasion here, because Hüseynov has been the aggressor throughout. Looking for a left hook of the lead variety was Hüseynov, and now on the inside, Salfra wasn't even looking to compete at close range there, letting Hüseynov work away despite wrapping up his left hand. And Salfra just seems to be fading a little bit in terms of his punch output, and his movement has decreased. Is he feeling the pace? But there's a cracking, crisp right hand again, but look at the two-shot response from Hüseynov. To have the final and better word, the man in blue. Wonderful counter left hand again from Salfra. Just stopping Hüseynov in his tracks. There's the bell, or excuse me, the clapper, closing seconds of what has been a really skillful third round and brilliant contest. Hüseynov thinks he's done enough, so too does Salfra. What a contest in the 51 kilogram flyweight division between Giovis Salfra and Nijat Hüseynov. Weren't able to bring you the scores after the second round, but I think that Salfra did enough to take it. But how did the judges score it? There was some wonderful quality like that from Salfra, but through the middle passage of the round, he just appeared to take his foot off the gas a little bit. And Hüseynov never stopped coming. The more eye-catching shots came from the man in red. The more consistent work came from the man in blue in that final round. How have the judges scored this one? Remember, if it's 3-2 in either direction, we will be going to bout review. And given how long the scores have taken to tabulate, that could well be the case here.
Ladies and gentlemen, over on Ring B, your winner by points via split decision. In the red corner from Cuba, Mexico's Giovis Salfra.
So it is a split decision victory for Giovis Salfra at the conclusion of a really skillful contest worthy of a place in the medal stages between he and the Paris Olympian Nijat Hüseynov of Azerbaijan. What a contest. But it's Salfra who goes through and Hüseynov eliminated. I would like to take a look at those scores to see how they were returned, because it was a real game of fisted cat and mouse, this one, an incredibly close affair. And it's the quality pot shot punch picking of Salfra that has been preferred by the judges. A bout of high skill, and it's the Cuban boxer who progresses through to the round of 16. There he will face off against the man from Portugal, Santos dos Reis.